Namaskaram, Sushagatam, myself, Prashanna Mukhopadhyay. Today is the 25th of February 2022, Friday. I'm presenting my views and my ideas before you. So just in the previous presentation, just before this, the presentation that I have placed before you, that was, of the head of state of Russia, and the head of our, Modi ji, of the Prime Minister of Bharatvarsha, etc. So their wiseness, their, what I should say, their personal aspiration, so it varies, personal aspiration, but it varies. With the Vladimir Putin, what is this personal aspiration? That is his greed to increase. Why? Are the people of Russia is objecting to his attempt to invade Ukraine? No. People of Russia is not at all telling anything that this invasion is correct or incorrect. Why? After the Second World War, whatever setup has been made, and after the breaking up the Berlin Wall, etc., what was setup was made. Why again you trying to disturb them with killing, with destroying and bombing and all that? What is your aspiration? It is greed. It is your greed, and it is your present, the turmoil situation you have created. Now you see, what about India? What about India? India is the greatest of all countries. I will tell you. Bharatvarsha is the greatest of all the countries because India never attacked any countries in last 6,000 years or 7,000 years, right from the days of the Ramayana and all those things. Of course, our Bengali intelligentsia, the Buddhijeevis, the doggies and the boys Buddhijeevis of Calcutta and the Bengal, the destructive Buddhijeevis, they don't admit. That fellow from sitting over there, Ram, Banglar Sanskriti. No, Ram is not the culture of West Bengal or the Bengal. He doesn't know neither Ram or the culture, nothing of the sort, sitting over there in 50 years and getting a Nobel in economics. You sit down in Calcutta, then you get the Nobel, then I will understand. Not that. So, now, India is the greatest of all countries. India never attacked any of the countries in any of the place of the world. And that is why Hindu is only restricted in one place. There are 100 countries, but Christianity is there. They touch the Bible, take the oath. There are 100 Muslim countries, they touch the Quran, take the oath. But these bloody fellows, the stupid Hindus in India and the Tukra gang, they are always trying to, nullify our scripture, our ideals of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures, the Vedas, the Upanishads, etc., etc., and they are throwing all these things to dustbin. There is such a rascal, there is such a scoundrel, they are so much of dishonest, so much of their personal aspiration. What our Gita mantra says about all these fellows? About all these fellows, what are the Gita mantras in there to explain this type of people? That I'll come later on. Because the people will not be interested. What Sanskrit, what mantra, what meaning? I don't know, I haven't read. They're shameless bugger. Why don't you read? Why you are not knowing it? I have read in many other science subjects, physics, chemistry, as I have told you many times, and the telecom engineering, the electronics engineering, the software engineering, the hardware engineering. Now I am explaining this one, exposing Sri Gita's explanations and all that. So, Putin, what is he doing? These Calcutta Buddhijeevis, are they sleeping? They are sleeping. Now, when Russia is invading Ukraine, when Russia is wanting Poland will not be allowed to join NATO, Ukraine will not be allowed to join NATO, other countries will not be allowed. Who are you man to make this Dalagiri and all these things? You be with your place. You have got over 172 lakhs square kilometer of your Russian area. There are 3 regions. One is the Moscow region, one is the Volga region, one is the Ular mountain region. By the way, I am also telling you that from the Ular mountain region, the Aryans came some 5,000 or 6,000 years ago, and they were the Aryans. And from there only the Rishi Munis and all these scriptures they wrote down on the river, on the bank of Saraswati river. So that is called the Aryan culture. So there, from the Ural mountain area, the cold was so much. The area is so much of cold, -30, -40. The people could not stay. So they started for a good pasture. Green land. This our Indian peninsula, and the Sindh area, River Saraswati. So they came over there and started chanting mantras. And the Sanskrit is common with the Russian language. Sanskrit is common with the origin of the German language. They are all making so many researches and all that. But Indian fellows, these stupid Hindus, they don't want all these things. They will learn physics, chemistry, engineering, everything from British. All engineering technology from British, from America. But denounce Gita, denounce Vedas, denounce all scriptures, denounce all our culture. As if they are so great, they are so big. So, this slogan raiser of this boyish and doggish communists here in Calcutta and in the West Bengal, they are now all sleeping. When Russia is invading Ukraine, when Russia is killing people, destroying the whole thing, people are all rushing here and there for shelter. These people are sleeping. They have got no word to say. They have got no opposition. They just in the cold storage. They have gone into the cold storage. So, what I want to tell you is that all the goodness of humanity, listen, note it down, because all my lectures are all educative systems. I am not giving lectures for this one, that one, for my own personal interest, or what you should say, criticizing others in a wrong way and all that. If I criticize in a very correct way, in a straight way. If anyone want to write anything, write in my join box. I am challenging you. I am challenging you, whatever I am telling, with all the facts and figures. Different head of states, different countries, different people, different sociology, different democratic socialism, Fabian socialism. What is Fabian socialism? It is adopted where? You see, again the same Great Britain, same England, the Fabian socialism. Read Bernard Shaw, and in his time, all those who inducted Fabian socialism in Great Britain, in England, in London, and other UK places and all that. That is Fabian socialism. So all these things we learn from British, we are denouncing them, we'll make them, what I should say, nasty words, use nasty words about them. They are imperial, they are this, they are that. Arey bhai, about Russia kuch kaho, China ke liye kuch kaho. Hamara to Sarashtra, this one, Home Minister Amit Shah, pork leke rahunga. Why you are not taking all this pork in this time? Imran Khan is running to meet Vladimir Putin. See that fellow, Imran Khan, Prime Minister of Pakistan, he is rushing to Vladimir Putin. I don't know what he does or he wants, but India is keeping quiet. Why India should not take over? If Putin wants a Akhanda, undivided USSR, then why India should not take this part, the Baluch, and then all these areas, and all this here and there? No, nothing of this sort. India also is sleeping. Indian administration, our government of India. I am also here also, I am criticizing our own government. Pak leke rahunga. Amit Shah, the Home Minister, told in Parliament, Ham pork leke rahunga. Now while you are sleeping, you speak with the Vladimir Putin and take off their pork and baluch and all that. Why you are not taking it? I am telling you. You are not taking it means you are weak person by mindset. If Russia can invade Ukraine, why India should not invade this one, Pak and all these areas? And tighten this Kashmiri terrorists and all that, and all the Tukra gang who is active in India, simply wipe out these buggers. All the Tukra gang. This Tukra gang is ruling India right from 1947, just after the Second World War. And Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, the hero of the Second World War, he is about him, the forward bloc is sleeping, and India government is sleeping, because India, no prime minister, I can tell you, will take any action about the action in the sense that to find out the cause of his death and cause of his, going off from the Indian scenario, because the independence was given by the British. Independence was given. Independence was not earned by the Congress. As the Baga Congress is telling that we have brought you have divided the Indian peninsula into three parts in the name of religion. Why the Muslims should be here? When you have divided India into three parts, East Pakistan, West Pakistan, and India, this fellow, the Jawaharlal Nehru, what I should say, I really am controlling my, tongue to stop using any other words, because he was the Prime Minister of India. So what Jawaharlal did? He created Kashmir issue, he created Pak issue, he created Nepal wanted to be in India. Nepal wanted to be a part of India, but Jawaharlal said, no, Nepal, let it be a separate country. Now China has just got into it. China has taken away. Actually, I toured Nepal and I have seen what is the condition of the Nepal. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands, lakhs of Nepalis are entering into Indian part. As you know, East Pakistan, Bangladeshis are all hundreds and lakhs of Bangladeshi Muslims. Bangladeshi Muslims, because Hindus are only the refugee, because Hindu has got no country in the world. So I will always tell you, please listen. If you want to say anything, you can write in comment box. The Hindus have got no place to stay other than India. So all the Muslims, they have to be taught. Either you learn it, you assimilate it, you know it, and practice it. Hindus have no place to stay. Muslims have got so many countries. Christians have got so many countries. Even Buddhists also have got, even though originated from India. So it is like that. So you have to be very careful. If you are a Tukra gang, I am just opposing you. If you are a Tukra criminal, I am opposing you. If you are telling that, oh, to theek hai, oh, to UP mein hota hai, this Anis Khan, as he was killed, our Hakim Babu has told, oh, to UP mein hota hai. How can you say that now you are arresting this fellow, you are arresting that fellow? It is all by the ruler's rule, not the rule. Britain follows the rule. UK follows the rule. British follows the rule. According to rule, the inspector has been given the power, simply point blank इसको उड़ा दो, उसको उड़ा देगा. और यहाँ क्या होता है कि political करके it is the time is years, 50 years, 70 years, all gone. So as I am telling you, all the goodness of humanity, please note it down, that was taught by the philosophers from India and other places of the other countries of the world and our forefathers, So about the greatest of the philosophy of the humankind, even this, as I was telling with the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, that only to overcome the personal aspiration, the personal greed, the personal doings, etc., etc. And every this is conducted, the turmoil that is being conducted now at this moment, at this last few days. Today is the 24th of today is the 25th of February 2022. From last 3 or 4 or 5 days, bombing started, destructing, Ukrainian, Kiev and other places, adjacent places, and all those Tukra gang of the Russia, Tukra gang of the Russia, adjacent to the Russian border. They are the Tukra gang. They speak in Russian languages and they want to be a part of the Russia. So that was already been taken over by the Russia by these few days, all this turmoil and all that. So this jeopardizes the human civilization as a whole and the whole of the world. So the goodness of humanity only can be learned from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the only scriptures, only verses and only, the mantras, that is to be cultivated by the whole of the world. I will be telling you some few mantras separately, not now because it will take a lot of time. But I will tell you one thing, there is one mantra, Jadagre Chanubandhi cha Sukham Mohanat Mana. In the very beginning and in the afterwards, those things that they obsessed by people are all what? Obsessed by people are all, parinam kya hota hai? All nonsense, all darkness, all without any senses. So, Jadagre Chanubandhi cha Sukham Mohamat Mana. So, the civilization will never be in a right path. Namaskar, this much today. Goodbye. Thank you.